All right, put your mask on, try not to cry, and welcome back to another podcast. I'm the Toker.
I'm the hippie.
I'm the Enigma.
I'm the warden.
All right.
I'm Steve.
Shit. Sorry, I fucked
Katie
it.
Cat.
I fucked it!
All right.
It went right to left.
Started
Started on the right and then went left.
Started in the bottom over here.
What a change up.
Right.
All right, so,
So we're here on the podcast.
indeed, we are in gay Kansas.
Nice. It was a fun trip coming to gay Kansas. I'm not
Never-
going to lie.
Never been to gay Kansas.
Never been? It's a beautiful place. It's like wide open country with all pinks and yellows just in the sky and the horizon. It's
You
just
see
wonderful.
all the colors of the visible spectrum all in one place.
Mm-hmm.
Usually on a 4x6 piece of cloth.
Nice.
That's a funny joke.
Indeed.
Now, we're here in gay Kansas talking about some pretty neat shit. Steve,
Yes.
you have a past that nobody really knows about.
Do I have a past that nobody knows about?
Well, I heard some resources telling me that you used to be a government official on a base.
Ooh, who told you that? Because they need to be taken care of. I don't know anything about a government official job on any base in any place.
I can't give any names.
Definitely not Roswell, New Mexico.
I cannot give names, Mike, but we hear it wasn't aliens at Roswell.
No.
You might know something about this.
Well, I have to tell you guys, it was not aliens. It was Dongfoot.
Dun dun dun.
That's right. Dongfoot, everybody.
Dongfoot was a conspiracy we talked about beforehand.
Really? I didn't know that anybody actually knew about Dongfoot other than myself and a handful
We
of others.
kind of discovered it on our own.
We thought about it. Nobody ever has sighted a Bigfoot with a penis.
True. This is very true.
Does that mean all Bigfoots are female, or is there a Dongfoot?
There is totally a Dongfoot.
Confirmed.
It's confirmed.
All right, you heard
First
it here.
here ever.
Confirmed sighting and acknowledgement of the existence of Dongfoot right here.
No, please tell me, Steve, what went on in these bases.
Well, see, the Roswell experiments, people claim to see, unidentified flying objects around the base at night with the lights. Oh, I can't understand. What is this? Well, we were using Dongfoot as a pilot for our experimental, aircraft at the time.
Now, can we back up a little?
Sure.
What is the origin of Dongfoot? Is it an alien? Is it a creature? Is it something that was man-made?
Well, the theory that was floating around the base, they didn't give me too many details, but the theory that was floating around the base was that Dongfoot and subsequently the other Sasquatch creatures were the original inhabitants of the planet.
Really?
Yes, that's at least that was the rumor in the halls.
Was there more Sasquatch-type creatures here at this base?
Oh, there's been so many Sasquatch-style creatures that it's... we really don't even want to get into it. There's so many damn odd stories that
I got
surround
one
that
question
species.
for you about that.
Sure.
Was the Yeti there?
The Yeti is not a Sasquatch. No, the Yeti is just some pissed off Indonesian that found himself in the Himalayan mountains.
So just big hairy dude.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
It's like
So-
a Braun Strowman hiding in the mountains.
So
Exactly.
the Dongfoot was a pilot.
The Dongfoot, all the Dongfoots are pilots.
Whoa, so you're
Yeah,
saying-
the experimental aircraft that we had on the bases, allegedly, they were used for interplanetary travel throughout our solar system.
So high-class technology.
Oh, well, we found this technology. We didn't actually create it.
Not of this earth.
Now, no one will admit this, even those who will talk about these stories. The Dongfoot actually brought us the technology, and then we just captured Dongfoot, enslaved, so to speak.
Was it brought in peace?
Yes, in fact, Dongfoot, kind as you could call them, just came to us and they were like, they spoke perfect English.
Really?
Super strange. We had no idea. They came to us and they said, we bring you this peace offering. We could coexist and we could live happy, full, long lives together and possibly even interbreed. And, we just said, okay, we took the technology. We didn't understand it. We had them explain. We signed a treaty. But the thing is, never went public. So we never honored the terms. We enslaved the entire race, brought them to Roswell, and made them our pilots.
All right. This technology. What did we turn it into? You're not risking your own men to pilot these crafts. So
No, of course not.
What were these
It's way
crafts?
too dangerous.
What were these crafts?
Well, we didn't quite fully understand the alloy composition that they were made out of. When we put it in the mass spec, we just could not figure out. They were just unknown elements. It couldn't identify them. Super light, pliable, but strong to like impact. Very strange. Like you could put your finger on it and just barely press, and you could put a little indent in there. But if you tried to shoot it with a bullet or hit it with a hard object, it would just completely deflect.
So it's like a non-Newtonian metal then, per se.
How
Kinda
did
like
you
a
know about that?
non-Newtonian fluid?
Is this guy good? Is he
He's
okay?
with me.
Okay.
He's with me.
He's been read in.
All
right.
He's got his passports.
These guys.
So, like, because you know what a non-Newtonian fluid is.
Of course. I just didn't realize you did.
Oh, well,
Oobleck.
as the other people call it. So it's technically kind of like that. So you could poke it, and it's pliable.
Very pliable. Yes.
Okay. So then, but it's a hard impact, so it just kind of deflects it. But now, did you ever find the limit to that metal? Like
We did
have a
not at the
breaking
time.
point?
Not at the time. It may now, but I have not been back on this alleged base in many, many years.
This alloy. There had to be more to come with it. How light was it?
It was very light. Like, it essentially floated. When you dropped it, it kind of like eased down like a feather or a leaf. No matter how thick, no matter how much of it there was, it just kind of...
So how did you guys get this metal what shape was it in, and how did you get it in the air?
Well, again, this was the Dongfoot's technology, so it wasn't fully explained to us. I think they realized what our underlying goals were in the treaty there. We were just going to steal everything. See, because they've been watching us for generations, thousands of years,
Yes.
and as a species, they found that we were unworthy to approach until recently, and then we proved them right with their suspicions of the human race.
Because we're just going to use it for weapons. Uses, just weaponize it.
Well, we didn't get very far, see, because where we thought that we had the entire species enslaved, they just all hopped in the ships and flew away in the 70s, and they've never been back.
So
Gotcha,
nobody
bitch.
thought to put a self-destruct system in this?
Well, again, we didn't build them, so...
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So, what happened when they all escaped?
Well, when they all escaped, okay, we kind of made the base a tourist attraction. We abandoned all the experiments and stuff, and we moved them to southeast Nebraska.
Ooh,
Yeah.
odd place.
It's a very...
I would expect Wright Pat, maybe the fucking...
Maybe Groom Lake.
Yeah,
Well, no, because nobody would ever suspect
Nebraska.
Nebraska.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I always believed Area 51 was a cover-up anyway.
Well, we definitely covered a lot up there, I can tell you that.
We'll have to ask about that in a second.
So the Nebraska base, completely different, wide open, just looked like a summer camp that there was just never any kids, just a whole lot of counselors, I guess. That's how they had us dressed. And let's just say that we did some pretty heinous experiments there in Nebraska, like genetic experimentation and whatnot.
On Dongfoots or other?
No, the Dongfoots have been gone quite some time by this point.
So this is why there's no sightings of Dongfoots.
Yeah, there probably never will be until they come back and take the planet back from
The
us. I would assume.
Sasquatches have been sighted.
Oh, yeah, the Sasquatches, they're like the third cousin to Dongfoot.
Okay, are they little...
They're a little slow, yeah.
Okay, makes sense.
So they're kind of like what monkeys are to us, essentially.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're kind of like giant gorillas in the sense that you never see their dick and balls because they're so small. You know?
I always thought they just reproduce asexually.
Well,
Kind of like Godzilla.
that's, we never fully were able to capture Sasquatch, as moronic as they may be. You
So
can
they're
always
still
find
possible.
them, but you can never catch them.
Yeah, they're fast.
They are
And they're very
deceptively
elusive,
fast.
too.
So, genetic mutation.
Yeah, so...
Any splicing of these genetics?
well, yes, there was a failed experiment at first, so I thought. We took the genetic DNA from an elk, and we spliced it with the salmon. And the subsequent creature that emerged from the tubes was the elkmon.
The Elkmon.
The Elkmon.
I have never heard of the Elkmon. I follow a lot of conspiracies.
Well, goddammit, let me tell you a little bit about this dang old Elkmon.
Please educate me.
Now, the whole purpose was to create a mammal who could not only infiltrate enemy bases and fortifications on riverbeds and shorelines, it was also a cheap source of meat and renewable, of course. They bred like rabbits. We did not expect this. But it was kind of pleasant at first because that Elkman meat was so damn flaky and tender and juicy.
Did you ever know the true gestation period? Like, did you guys capture them and
No.
have the
They're half
episode?
elk, half salmon, yes?
Choose your vocabulary.
So do they swim or run on land?
How do they
They
mate?
swim, but they cannot breathe underwater.
Is it-
Major
Okay.
setback. Completely
You know
took
what,
away from the
James?
whole experiment.
I didn't
So
know
it's a
you were smart
giant,
enough to
like-
drive.
Elk in the water?
No,
Almost
it's
like-
very small. It's about the
That's what
size
my
of a
sister
large
said when he drove
salmon.
up to my house one day.
But it has elk horns, antlers, but they're more like actual horns. They're more bone than calcium, just pure calcium. They're like spiky. And they got gill-looking things, but they don't really work.
So they're just cosmetic.
And they breathe through their eyes. The oddest damn thing.
So you said you guys ate the meat.
Delicious.
Did it have a fishy taste? Was it
was a
it
mix.
like veal?
Yes, it was a mix of veal and salmon.
I imagine
And
it was veal with
delicious.
flakes.
Very flaky. But bloody.
Chewy or crunchy?
Crunchy. What kind of fish is crunchy? What kind of elk is crunchy?
Hey man, you never know.
Veal nuggets?
Veal nuggets.
I would try that.
Chopped up, bite-sized, and stir-fried, baby.
Yee, brother man.
Feeling pretty good.
Well, I think that's enough of the elk.
Enough of the
Take.
Elkman.
We'll have to ask you what happened in those.
And another time.
Another time.
Another time. I've already said too
Yeah,
much.
you've said too much. We don't want to get shut down right now. Mm-hmm. So we're gonna go on.
We've already disclosed our location in Gay, Kansas.
We're gonna get going into things here. We're gonna be talking about wedding things.
Wedding things, you say?
Oh.
Yes, indeed.
Well, is it not true, Jimmy and Sarah, that this past Saturday you went someplace to do wedding prep?
things.
Some wedding things?
Yes. Driving heavy machinery.
Driving heavy machinery. Is this going to be a monster truck themed wedding?
I wish.
I wish.
Badass.
That would be fucking badass.
Wait, your dad?
That's possible.
Wait a minute. Yeah.
That is possible.
Yeah, it is. Considering who Pops is.
My pops is Blue Thunder.
Blue Thunder. Was he? Did he race in the or compete in the Monster Jam circuit?
OG
A
Blue
couple
Thunder.
times. I think it was 9.
He was kind of like a hot seat driver.
Like son of Gravedigger.
9803. I believe.
That's what? That's like 13, 14 years, something like that. Very nice. Very nice.
Nicolette.
Probably.
Well, so tell us a little bit about the things you did, the important wedding things that you had going on.
Yay! Hi. Hi.
Hello.
Surprise, surprise, surprise.
Congratulations, you're on air. Welcome to the podcast.
Welcome.
What's your name?
I don't know.
I don't know.
She says
Okay.
I'm already in Gay,
How are you doing?
Kansas.
I
Do I
don't know.
really got to give you my name?
Welcome to Gay Kansas. You're on the show. This is Nicolette.
All right.
The Undertoker's significant other.
Nice.
So yes, first time on the show.
We were
I-
just talking about wedding things.
The underet.
I lay pipe like a plumber, so things are going well.
Things are going well.
So,
Needless to say.
how were the wedding things?
Jimmy.
Weddings are good. Her dad was like, hop in the bucket. I'm gonna lift it up and I want you to cut down a tree. So I'm in the bucket with a saw. And it's like, the freaking Kubota's like wiggling a little bit. Because I gotta be careful, I'm sitting in it. And just a little nervous. And I'm cutting off freaking limbs. Sarah comes behind me and she's like, look at Jimmy. And I just make this face and I'm like, just on Snapchat or whatever.
Well, I hope that it was worth it.
Yes.
All that tree trimming
At
and
the
wedding-related things.
While moving some of the crap in the other shed or the place, her dad stopped to take a break, and I was like, I'm gonna stop and take a break too. So I just kind of lit up for like 15 minutes or so, and
for 15 minutes, and then I took like a 3-hour nap, but I really only relaxed
No,
for
I
like
actually
15
continued
minutes.
to work and then napped afterwards and woke up really refreshed.
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 Refresh. So you guys missed probably one of the most important events of the year.
Bro, fucking block party was lit as shit. I
It
was
was
honored
great.
to be there. Thank you so much, Steve.
Yes. Well, I mean, it's a yearly event, and you guys are always welcome.
Badass.
Awesome,
So-
yeah,
Did we
just
talk
give us
about the mini
just give us the
box
nod.
already?
Just the nod, guys.
Yeah, just give us the nod. We'll go in.
So, just talk about your experience there at the block party.
It was fun. It
All
was,
right.
it was very chill for me.
Me and James go on a road trip.
Up there.
All the way up to fucking Newport, Michigan. It's where this party is held every year. It's kind of like the Gathering of Juggalos, just a lot less makeup.
Not
More
less
old
Jordans.
people.
This fantasy has real footage, so keep that in
Yeah,
mind.
more old people, more old people than anything.
Less Jordans.
3 times.
It was fun.
It
A lot of
was.
fun. There was a big old buffet of great catered food.
Catering catered. Love it.
Catered food. That's a business right there. That's money.
Dude, they had like meatballs, fucking
What?
sausage and peppers.
What?
What?
Ah, bacon wrap
So,
biscuits.
kielbases.
What?
Yeah.
And a fucking mess of wings. When the wings got there, mind you,
Oh, I'm mad, Dad.
there was a good bit of hunch punch. If you don't know what hunch punch is, you're living under a rock.
Yeah.
The hunch punch, I got to admit, that made the whole party lit.
That was great. I had about 3 cups of it.
It was good. It's good
Very
stuff.
Very good.
I had one.
So I was feeling pretty good. Not too good, but feeling really relaxed, really good. And just hung out with a good bit of friends. Just shot the shit. Had a good mess of food.
Hell, me and Mike went inside the host's house and watched the fucking second period of the Lightning game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of fun. James?
Fucking, we had it live streamed, dude. Great.
I wish. That would have been great. Live stream. I'm planning on setting up like a DJ booth on the stage next year and doing a live podcast.
That'd be great.
Yeah. But are you guys going to be wearing your masks if you're going to be a part of the podcast? Or is next year when you come out of your shells?
Whenever it becomes, available.
Whenever it's not such a big
When
deal.
we can substantially come out legal.
Legally, yeah.
Uh,
We always have to move around and shit.
We're just very tender people.
Very tender. But you guys left just before the Death Nut Challenge. We got 3
Yeah.
people to do it.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
The video is going to be up shortly. I just edited it today.
But
Mm.
I do want to try that peanut butter you're gonna make with it.
Oh yeah, I've
Oh,
got.
dude,
and
you're
we're-
gonna be snotting from your nose again.
And he's gonna make hot jelly too.
Where's this episode going to be uploaded, Steve?
It's going to be uploaded on my YouTube channel. You can find it by searching Abnormally Random on YouTube. It's the cool one, not the dumb one, because there are 2 out there. Sorry guys, I wanted to support you, but you guys totally bit our name.
Are
Hoping
they British?
they're
British
so
dudes?
British. They're so British.
Yeah, those dudes are lame.
They're totally
How about Teen
lame.
Crumpets?
I wanted to be on board because I was like, oh man, that's flattering, but you're literally trying to confuse
Yeah.
our followers into clicking your shit. Like, wait, is this them? Boom. Oh, that can't be it. But I guess since I'm here, I'll just have a couple clicks.
Yeah.
It's all garbage. They, they play video games and they try and do podcasts, and it's just not very entertaining. Sorry, guys. I really wanted to be on board. I really did, but style biting, it's just not cool, bro.
Man.
Like a direct copyright infringement of all things.
I feel a Toker weights match coming on.
Mm-hmm.
Abnormally Random versus Abnormally Random.
Yeah, no, I feel that it's going to be the Toker weights.
Coming in and beating the shit. It's gonna be like an invasion angle.
Yeah, it's going to be the American invasion into British Abnormally Random.
Yeah.
And we're going to just destroy them.
Storm the beach.
Where are we at?
Just because of the fact we're mentioning them, we're giving them so much heat right now. People are like, oh, let's go check them out.
Yeah, fuck these guys.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
all right, nobody go comment on their shit, please.
Nobody comment.
Don't say
we try and stay peaceful, but guys, seriously, lame.
Fucking
Lame. So lame.
All right, where are we at?
20.
It is time for our sponsor.
Today's podcast is brought to you in part by the Hostess Donuts, the powdered ones. because when you're feeling hungry or you have the munchies, you just grab yourself a bag of this at your local convenience store. Hostess Donuts. Can't smoke without them.
Can't smoke without them.
Don't leave home without them.
I'll give you one.
So, Chris.
Yeah, so you haven't been properly introduced yet, I don't think. I think during the introductions you both stayed silent, so go ahead and introduce yourself.
I already did.
So you're on the spot,
Italian stallion.
The Italian
Yeah, yes, the Italian Stallion, and you are.
Katie Cat.
All right, beautiful couple. We're glad to have you back on the show again. You guys are big in conspiracies.
Shit, you right.
What is the latest conspiracy you were listening to or watching or
Reading
refresh
up
on
on.
really refresh on the brain?
Fuck, we watched a lot of Ancient Aliens. And then Ghost Adventures. Dude, love that show.
So you believe in ghosts?
Hell yes, I do.
Any ghost experiences?
Recent ones.
Well, like, I think.
Or just
Alright.
any, really. It doesn't
Yeah.
have to
So, in
necessarily
the
be
mobile
recent.
home, we first moved in, right? And we took the back bedroom at first because we put on an addition. So we're in the back bedroom, and all of a sudden, like, I see this fucking mist go, like, right by, like, the doorway, and I'm sitting at the end of the bed. I'm just, like, staring there, and I'm, like, looking at Chris, like, did you just freaking see that? And he was just, like, blown away. So, yeah, we saw that. And there's been other experiences, too, at that place. So, I'm pretty sure somebody, like... Okay, so my theory is... listen to this. And don't even think I'm crazy. So...
Too late.
Too late.
there
Way
was, like,
beyond
2 Oriental ladies that used to live in that mobile home. And they got evicted. And they've, like, been to our mobile home a couple of times since we've owned it. And, like, my theory is these ladies put, like, like a voodoo chant kind of thing. Like, they have that weird religion where
You
they,
know
like,
Asians and their
curse.
voodoo. No, continue on. I'd like to hear this.
You should hear some of the shit that the lady we have at work, her name's Sam.
Oh, shit, yeah. I'll get to that in a second.
The
'cause
rule is
that's-
10.
Oh, I didn't know that.
The rule has always been 10.
So, my theory is she put a curse on the place.
Damn voodoo.
Speaking of, what about crazy?
It says low
People at
percentage,
work.
my guy.
Crazy people at work, we all got them.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
I got it the
Shit,
worst.
you right.
yeah.
Speaking of crazy coworkers.
All right, hippie, let's hear it. What do you
Oh,
got at the worst? Let's
yeah.
hear it. I'd love to hear this.
With customer service, dude, I work in one of the fucking worst retail places ever.
Kmart.
Yeah, right? I wish it was. So
Yeah, that's
easy.
what happened to me.
Nobody comes in. I'm still dying from that fucking pen, dude. That's a good pen.
Shit. It is mightier than the sword.
Cease it.
You can get way higher off a pen than you can a sword.
I wasn't sure if you were just handing it back to be like, point at something, or if it was just like, here, take it. All right.
But speaking of terrible coworkers and whatnots, I had the unfortunate privilege to go to my boss's office the other day to tell her I needed a new list of work to do. As I'm proceeding to stand there, she simply looks up at me and goes, "Will, can I ask you a personal question?" "Well, yes, Mary, you can. Anything. Do you smoke pot?" And I simply go, "Well, not before or during work." So I'm not going to lie. I have too much respect for the woman to lie. She gave me a great opportunity at a place I love to work.
Lying is foolish.
Absolutely. There's no reason to lie. And I have nothing to gain.
Explains our first segment.
Yes. So she simply looks at me and goes, "Huh, okay." And I proceed with my business. We're simply racking our brains on how she found out or why she's questioning. Weeks go by, weeks go by, weeks go by. We're scrambling our brain. What's going on here, man? And then boom, insider information.
Conspiracy.
And it happens. Yeah, all that.
But the guy,
The rat. There was a rat. His name was Jonathan.
Rata.
He's a fucking prick.
he's a fucking
Pinchi puto.
dickhead.
Peachy puto. Yes.
Puñeta.
So, It was a whole conspiracy at work that went on for weeks, and I found it completely hilarious when, boom, we found it.
And it was an inside.
It was an insider
job.
It was the guy whose job I took.
The guy whose job you took.
Can't say his name.
His name was Jonathan.
Yeah.
Douche.
Mm-hmm.
Greg.
It was old man Jonathan.
Fucking jizz sock.
Let's see who you really are.
Oh yeah, didn't you call him a jizz sock to his face?
No.
Oh.
I want to.
Yeah, you just put this out, dude.
He said we're
Just
gonna shame you with the jizz, the
No,
jizz shirt.
he'll talk to me. I won't say anything.
I guess.
Just be like, all right. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
It's Jonathan the Pole Man Taylor.
Steve.
Yeah.
What else is on this beautiful list of yours?
Oh man, dude. You hear that story, man? Cops be tripping, bro.
Bruh.
Apparently.
Sarah's gonna tell you the story.
Yeah, let's hand this one off to the warden. The cops be tripping.
The cops be tripping hard. Alright, so
I just want to say
this was freshman year of high school. And our friend, we'll call him Fortucky for now.
Okay.
Thank you, Chris.
We were all at our mutual friend's birthday party. It was at a bowling alley. His mom always made little gift bags for everyone. And Rice Krispie treats and M&Ms and like little toys and shit in it. And they had taken Fortucky home.
Right.
But his house was locked. So he decided to walk down the road 2 miles to his grandmother's house because she was home.
Right.
So he's walking down the road. It's pitch black. He has his bag on him.
Dick.
The
And
treat bag
the
from
treat bag.
the birthday party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's walking, and this cop pulls up. And he's like, "Hey there, young man. You have any idea what time it is?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm just trying to get home. My house was locked and my grandma's home. I'm almost there."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Well, it's kind of weird. You're out late." I was like, "All right." And he's like, "What you got in that treat bag?" He's like, "Candy. I was at a party." So the cop gets out. I don't remember the details from there, but he ends up with the treat bag. He's like, "I'm gonna take this," and then he takes it back to his car and starts eating the Rice Krispie treat that he called drugs.
He called
He-
the candy drugs.
Yes, he called the candy drugs.
That's
Even
why
though
he had
it
to
was sealed
confiscate
in
it.
its packages. It wasn't homemade or anything.
Poor
It
guy.
was just Rice Krispie treats.
It was just a Rice Krispie treat.
Makes sense.
Freaking got robbed.
Ah man, cops be
You're
tripping.
robbed.
Cops be
Tripping.
ridiculous.
Hey, oh my god.
Jesus Christ, Jimmy.
Not a flamethrower.
Don't ever do that again.
Good reference.
Speaking of Jimmy and
Elon
flames,
Musk.
we have a new segment here on the Toker Way. It's called Jimmy's Midnight Toolbox.
Ah, I know what it is. Okay. This is how I was helping her dad move the freaking toolbox at like 11:30 at night and pitch dark. But he had like 1,500 lights in the shop, so it looked like it was like basically midday.
Mm.
And we're moving this thing. We're dying. I'm higher than shit trying to move this toolbox. Oh my god, it was a nightmare. I was just standing there like, what am I supposed to do? He's like, just stand there. Okay. Got it done, but the freaking toolbox was all jacked up because it previously fell when they moved it. It fell and bented the whole damn thing up.
Bented.
Twisted or something.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know. It hurted it.
Jimmy.exe.
Whatever
not
now.
responding.
The freaking thing fell and broke.
Yeah.
So they had to rebend it back. So they messed up the whole thing. So it was a bitch to move it.
Speaking of moving heavy ass shit, I fucking got a couch donated to me for fucking free.
Oh my god.
And
Oh,
it's
yeah.
a halfback couch with a big ass curve, like that, and then it cuts off. And it's wide as shit, and it's heavy as fuck, made of all wood.
Solid wood. Like from a
It's
church.
like the solid like particle board.
No, wood.
No, straight wood,
Like
bro.
straight wood. That thing weighed a lot.
Like at the very least pine. Okay.
So, Jimmy and I are fucking carrying this thing up my stairs. We get it in the house. Now we got to get it in my room.
We're like, oh, this is gonna be easy.
Here lies the issue.
It's too fucking wide.
Wider than the doorway.
Operation Finagle commence.
Exactly.
Finagle
We flipped it up, down, sideways, fucking corner to corner. Any fucking way you could think of, we tried.
And then my idea comes in. Well, an idea we had was like, let's just break the legs off. Will's like, go get the hammer. Okay. So we
Get
break
the table.
So we
Yes.
break the legs off. And we try
violently.
Again.
Boom! Goes fucking flying across the house. All right, that's just one.
So we just start fitting it back in. We're like, oh, it's gonna fit. He's like, oh, the fucking door's in the way.
So
I know, I had the idea to remove the door.
he shows up in the middle of us with this fucking
Thing
hammer.
halfway in and halfway out of his fucking door. I show up. I'm like, what up? They're like, what up?
And we're
Kinda
like sweating our ass off because we're stressing
My,
out about this.
my
fucking thing.
shirt's off. Fucking hair's down. I'm fucking looking like shit. And I'm high as balls. Fucking got
Looking
my
like a chubby Billy Kidman.
Yeah, exactly. Savage.
Shit, you
And
were
so we're still trying to shimmy this thing. We find this jank ass fucking flathead screwdriver, trying to get Phillips head screws out of a fucking door frame.
I look at Jimmy and he's got a rubber one.
It's fucking wiggling like a dildo. Like it had so much wiggle. It was like, what the fuck?
And I was
is
like
this?
trying to hold this thing. It was like, woo, woo, woo. This thing's so stupid.
And so we finally get the door off. It still is too fucking wide. We're still chipping off the fucking paint on the door frame.
So we were like, maybe it's a dresser.
So we moved the dresser,
We
which
moved
is
the
heavy as
dresser
shit.
across the room.
Didn't even help. Fuck that.
Wow.
And so then I got the idea, again my idea, I threw the idea at Will that, hey, let's put this in a living room and move the couch in your room.
And I go, huh.
That's a great fucking idea.
I go, huh. Let me call Mom.
Yeah.
Let's
Mom,
run this
okay.
by Mom.
She
real quick.
okayed it.
She gave us an okay. I put it in there. She gets there. What happened?
It's like she forgot.
I'm like, Mother, you're the one that told me I could do this.
And then she's like, if you left it in the living room, more people could hang out. But I need a place to sleep, Mom.
But Mom, I need to sleep.
Even though I haven't been there in like fucking a week and a half. I still like to sleep in my house
I wonder
occasionally.
why.
Yeah, because he falls asleep at 3:30 every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wake up at 6, go to work at 8, fall asleep at 3 in the morning. That's been the routine for the last like week.
And I have to pick you up there. And instead, you don't have to do the walk of shame anymore.
That walk sucks at 6 in the morning.
Dude, I went to bed at like 4 in the morning, 3 nights in a row.
Jeez.
It's ridiculous.
I do that on the daily, but I don't go into work till like the afternoon because I'm always working like 1 to 10s and fucking 3 to 11s, 2 to 11s. So I don't get up till like fucking midnight.
Uh,
Oh, not midnight, noon. Where's my brain at? I'm fucking scatterbrained.
Alaska, apparently. Only place where it's
Not
midnight
gay
and the sun's
Kansas.
out.
Not gay Kansas, apparently.
Jeez.
Jeez.
Fucking sucks.
And that was Jimmy's Midnight Toolbox.
That was.
It's cool.
Good little bit there. I enjoyed
And
that.
it involved a lot of country rap and a lot of rap, like 80s and 90s rap. Her dad likes that music.
Oh no.
Like ICP and stuff.
he listens to hip hop too. Like the wax and whatnot.
Mm.
The one with the check.
I'm not reading that one.
Oh, he'll
Please,
get
let me read
to.
that one.
Everybody gets to see it first. You do get to read this one. You
Yes!
do get to read this one, but everybody gets to read it first.
You ready, James?
Yes.
All right, show them.
Here you go, James, the one with the check mark.
Alright,
So, okay.
Alright, all 3 of us are on this one.
Well,
All 3 of us are on this one.
funny story. I've recently become single,
Mm-hmm.
and
Congratulations.
Jimmy and Will.
Well, no, he said he was on Tinder.
Yes. And Jimmy and Will think I'm gonna die of AIDS.
Or, no,
Which brings us to the
not
segment
diamonds.
called James and AIDS.
I think I'm gonna get
No,
AIDS.
no. Listen. It's a low-key concern that you might get AIDS. My bigger concern is you're going to find yourself not capable of loving somebody. Just like every 80s rock star.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
The road, it does something to a man's brain
Exactly.
and his dick.
Yeah. Hey, mine still goes 110%.
110%? A
That's-
physical impossibility. How's this guy do it?
Sick. But we're just simply showing concern about your promiscuity.
Promiscuity? The promiscuity?
Fucking promiscuity.
So,
You're a
yes.
promiscuous little boy, aren't you, James? Tell us.
So, who wants to take a bet? Raise your hands. Who thinks James has AIDS already?
Already has AIDS?
Come on, raise them up. Be honest with yourself.
Yeah.
Come on.
I can't answer that.
Come on.
I don't even know the details,
Yep,
but
cool. Yeah, Chris.
it's okay.
Yeah.
We can all
we can all
just.
call a spade a spade.
It's okay. There's no time limit on this one. You can just.
I was waiting for it. I'm like, please do it, James. Please make the bit great.
Make the bit great
And
again.
you sold it. Thank
Mhm.
you. Oh, speaking of great cells, I was watching a documentary on one of the greatest battles that I never heard of.
Okay.
It was led by a king by the name of General.
King General.
King General, the highest command you can get. He's leading the war against the moths.
Oh, the crazy moth battle with King General.
Yes. Now, King General led his men into a wide plain in the islands.
Oh no.
What was their team name?
The generals.
They were generals, man.
They were generals,
Hey,
man.
for a regular rate, man.
And then the moths, they lined their men up too. And then the bugle horns just yelled, "Charge!" And there they went on their giant tigers. And the moths flying in the air. And then, boom, General takes flight.
General takes flight.
And
Is
then
the
their
first
king
wheel to
takes
run the
flight.
right down the hall?
The Moth King.
And with a quick, swift swipe, the moth's wings were no longer his. But they were King General's. And then the battle was won.
The battle was won. King General
But
set out
nobody
to
saw
get
the
the
kill.
wings.
Nobody
he
saw
got
the
it.
kill.
They just knew.
So, legend turned into myth.
Turned into this story.
Yes.
So Steve brought this up to me the other day. Was it Latino tribes or something?
Oh yeah, ancient Latino tribes.
Ancient Latino tribes.
Mhm.
I said the same thing. I was like, what?
Yes.
That's a real thing.
In case you didn't know, Whitey wiped them out. Annihilated their culture in less than, I want to say, 100 years. Christopher Columbus, big proprietor. I forget the name of the tribe that used to live in the Turks and the islands and such. This one on the very bottom, or the one above it?
Most race.
Okay, cool.
I know that.
We can totally go to that one. And I forgot, what was I saying? I was saying
We
something.
were talking about the ancient tribes and
Oh, the
Christopher
ancient
Columbus.
tribes. But, you know, I'm going to go ahead and save that one for another time because I have just had the most interesting subject brought to my attention here.
All right.
And I'm going to go ahead and let the hippie take this one away.
All right. So there's this comedian telling a story, and this is a funny ass story. It's called "The Most Racist Field Trip Ever." So,
I'm intrigued. Please,
and
go on.
this guy is of African American descent, so he's darker skinned. So he's in like the second grade or the first grade. I don't know, but they go to a cotton plantation in Alabama.
Oh.
And he was like, they had these fun little bags. And they're like, all right, kids, go have fun. Pick as much cotton as you want. And so they go running out.
What?
What?
So they're like singing songs and shit in the hot ass Alabama summer sun in the middle of August.
Is it all like we?
I have no clue.
Swing low, sweet chariot.
And so when they get called to go back on the bus, they're like, all right, kids, turn your bags in. And this guy, being the little rebel that he is,
Right.
fucking, he stuffs his pockets full of the cotton. He's like, he wants to take that shit home. That's a fucking reward. Well, he forgets about it. His mom does laundry the next day. Fucking, she is like, how do you have raw, unprocessed cotton? He's like, well, we went on this field trip to the cotton field and we picked cotton all day long. And Mom got heated, bro. She went down to the school that same minute.
She got heated.
And she was like, you jive-ass motherfuckers take 30 ashy Negroes, tell them to pick cotton. This is the most racist shit that I've ever had. I didn't understand what was happening until, like, the 3rd grade, which was the next year for him. And he was like, that's the story of the most racist field trip ever. And that's sharecropping if I've ever seen it.
Sure.
So, like, that...
Imagine just being there, an adult watching this, like,
Dude, I was
anything.
laughing my ass off the whole time he was telling this story. It's one of the greatest stories ever. Of course, the greatest story ever is I Am the Machine. But that's for another day.
Another day.
Yes. Where are we at?
41.
41, huh?
Hey, we are almost there.
Dude, did you
No,
get
we're doing a special one.
a special one?
Special one. There's a
Is
Well,
it
as long
special?
as we need.
But look, I can't get it out of my mind. I need to know what was going on in those facilities.
Back to that. We're
I
going to
have
move
to
back.
know.
Mind control.
Yeah, I was going to say, long story short, mind control.
We've tried to talk about this.
We've tried,
And every
but
time we do, I feel like something takes over my mind.
exactly. It feels like the entire subject is like, wait, no, I can't talk about that anymore. We're not allowed to talk about that.
What?
The government didn't let you talk about the mind control, bro.
Is that mind control itself?
I think it is. It's a form of manipulation. What is mind control if not manipulation of thoughts?
Shit.
Ooh.
That's fucking factual.
Deep, bro.
That's science.
Deep. You know, speaking of science, Jimmy was telling me something about this coconut migration.
Oh, so you guys know that coconuts migrate, right?
Of course.
Certainly.
Certainly. Coconuts migrate.
Certainly.
Wait.
Oh, I thought there was a story behind that.
No.
Coconuts migrate?
Coconuts migrate.
How?
Just give us an example
know.
of a coconut migration.
They just kind of migrate. The trees just kind of uproot and just kind of walk on their way and just kind of migrate.
What?
Wait,
You guys never seen
wait a minute.
You've never seen the great?
Move
No.
What?
No, wait.
It's just the
Be
Lord
quiet,
of the Rings.
There's more behind it.
Yeah,
It's called the
for real.
Great Tree Migration.
This is bullshit.
It's 20,000
No,
mile
no.
journey begins today.
Get
You
the
know-
fuck out. What are you talking
It's
about?
not. The government says it's deforestation. No, it's the
Deforestation.
trees moving. It's migration,
Fucking ridiculous.
bro.
What the hell?
Oh
Great
What are
my
you
Tree
God.
watching?
Marnation.
Marnation.
Migration.
It's
You
so
got it.
not true. He can't even English correct.
Bro.
Did you just take some LSD? Like.
Nah.
I wish.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry. It's a Shimmer Slam.
Shimmer slam?
Shroomer Slam.
Oh, shroom or slam.
No, shroomer, like
But
summer,
anyway,
but shroomer.
Great Tree Migration.
The creature.
I don't know about that, Jimmy.
Come on, guys. It's
Yeah, it
less
sounds
true.
like some Bobby Boucher to me.
So, but in all reality, though, we we're just here we gathered you here today for this intervention, I guess you'd call it, James.
AA's Anonymous. Assholes Anonymous.
It's AIDS Anonymous.
I can't help it. I'm just blunt and honest.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
That's what the doctor's going to say here in about a month. He's going to be like, I got to be blunt and honest with you because there's really no easy way to say
and
this.
then you're gonna be
And
walking
then
out.
he's
You have AIDS.
the only thing
And
he's
you got
gonna
the
hear is
drips.
And then you're
blunt.
gonna be walking
Yeah.
out, and then you're gonna all of a sudden.
He's like,
hear-
blunt. Why don't we go over that? Tell me more about this blunt.
Or, you have AIDS.
Yes, you have AIDS.
Not
I wish it
HIV,
was
but
something-
full blown AIDS.
I wish it was something a lot less serious.
I wish it was something a lot less serious. But you have AIDS.
Yes, you have AIDS.
That's probably one of my favorite musicals.
Yes.
Family Guy.
Gotta love it.
or a bag of weed.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
We
Yes.
don't need meth. We don't need speed.
Because all you need is a bag of weed.
Friggin' playing the xylophone with the
Yeah.
bongs.
Now you're getting
Now you're getting it.
What about our new ashtray friend?
Oh,
Scarecrow.
Wilson.
Wilson.
Mhm.
Wilson!
It's Bob Wilson.
Wilson Bob.
Anyways, our Rasta ashtray man got decapitated. As you saw on our Facebook, our ashtray, he was a Rasta man that was really happy, you know, token from his water pipe. Just
Mm-hmm.
having a nice day connecting with Ja. Well,
With Ja.
he kind of decided to take a dive off the table. He didn't
Suicide
want to live
attempt.
no more for some reason.
Mhm.
I don't know, maybe government conspircy forced him to do it.
I
But
did it.
anyways, he got decapitated.
Mhm.
So-
I did it.
Yeah, like we ter.
You are a government conspiracy, though.
We
so.
found
Shit, you
his
know too
lifeless
Shit.
body,
We have to
put him
take
back
you
on
out.
the table. We got the
Silence.
bright idea to put paper towels in his neck hole and draw a face with a burnt incense.
Now he looks like Scarecrow from Batman.
He does.
He's like, nah!
Yeah.
I'm scary, damn it!
Please respect me with your fear.
Be wary of the trees, man.
Yeah, beware of the migrating trees. man.
Be wary of them.
I've never seen a fucking tree migrate.
Neither have I.
Trees migrate.
Unless it's Audrey too. You're out of your damn mind.
Yeah, late summer, Bahamas. They migrate.
Shit.
I mean, not even the trees in Wizard of Oz migrated, and they still slapped that bitch in the face.
Oh, they did. Hit her with all the
They
apples.
fucking did.
That hurt.
Sorry, Dorothy. Scarecrow wasn't full of hay.
But he lit on fire like he was definitely full of something.
Yeah, and everybody's pretty happy after.
Sorry, Dorothy wasn't seeing fucking flying monkeys. They,
Flying butt monkeys.
Shit.
they were just monkeys.
Hey!
They were just
He just punched bees flying through the air. Flying butt monkeys. Squaw! That'd be my call, just squaw!
Speaking of fucking flying shit, I was at work the other day and I cut 2 side pieces to a boat seat.
I can tell this is going to be funny because Jimmy's
And
already
they're
died.
real long and I have 2 in my hand and I get done cutting them. He's gonna show you.
Let's see. What is it?
I hold him down by my side. He looks dead at me in the face. I just deadpan just go start flapping my arms back and forth. Gee, fucking losing his shit.
I'm losing my shit. Like I don't even know. Damn. The one Vietnamese seamstress. She's a really nice lady. She's just a little off.
Just
A
a
little?
Little off.
Really?
She
After
still
what
thinks
she
she's
told
in
me?
Vietnam, so just respect her space. That's all.
She's like Buddhist. Is she?
Yes.
We hope.
Go ahead
Extremist.
and tell some of the things she said to you.
How far am I allowed to go with
Oh,
As
this?
far
no,
as you
she
want.
can't.
You want a home run?
Okay, dude.
You're up to the plate. Let's swing.
So the craziest thing she's ever fucking told me. Okay, so I'm in the middle of sewing. I'm just, trying to mind my own fucking business in my little corner. She comes up to me in my chair and whispers in my ear. She's like, I pray to Buddha every day, and he blessed me with new virginity. And I'm like, wait, what the fuck just happened? Like, my brain just shut down.
It was
Like,
like what?
What?
like, what the fuck is going on?
KittyCat.exe not responding.
And I was like, oh, that's great. I'm happy for you. And she's like, yeah. She's like, I looked down there and it looks so beautiful. And I'm like, holy shit, just fucking stop.
Right there. I would love to just add the Seinfeld
I was
baseline.
like,
Ooh.
oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It's
Let's
like,
see. I'd
it
love to
looks
see
so
it. I'd love to
beautiful.
see this.
And I was like, oh, okay. And then I quickly changed the subject, but that was the craziest fucking shit. But there's
insane.
other crazy shit too. She believes that she's
Well, you
won
can
the
take a few
lottery
swings if you want.
6 times over in Vietnam, and she's super rich, and she has these hospitals over there, and I'm like, what the
You
hell?
built the golden bed thing.
Yeah, and then you
A
tell
golden
that.
bed.
Yeah, you talk about that.
I
She
don't
told
know
you
anything
that.
about. I know she.
Oh, she had a picture, and she showed his mom, and that's the owner of the company. And she showed her, and she's like, yeah, this golden bed is waiting for me over in Vietnam so I can go be with my husband Buddha or something like that. And I'm like, oh, what? And of course, she's super, Christian. and
Super
everything.
Christian. Oh, I get the Jesus talk every other day.
Oh,
Just start speaking Spanish and throw her off.
dude, she
Start
speaks
speaking.
in tongues at work, dude.
In tongues?
Yes.
What, like, Jesus speaks through her?
Yes.
She's...
Yes. Hands down, yes.
Hands down. Wow, that is insane. Crazy people at work, man. Crazy
Insane
They're
fucking
brain.
super
people.
nice though, so like I can tolerate it. So it's not that bad.
They are. And when we
They
get,
give us
and
so
when they
much.
yell, and when she yells at us, she yells at us like a mom. Not like a boss, but like a mom.
She
moms the
loves
shit
everything.
She
out of
moms
me.
the shit out of us.
She's
I
love
felt
you
like she
guys.
was so
That's
disappointed
why I'm
in
like,
me the other
it's
day.
like my brothers because it's like it's like a family thing there.
We get mommed all the time. It's what's gonna happen to you if you weren't there.
You know, it's like the difference between super Christians and super Catholics. It's like night and day. The super Christian's gonna be all lovey-dovey, and the super Catholic's gonna be like, "You're going to hell."
Great.
You're
The
smoking
best
the
thing
devil's
ever.
farce.
You're going to hell. You touch yourself in there, boy. You've been in there more than 5 minutes.
Taking a shit, Dad.
You know you ain't alone in there. Jesus is watching you.
I hate when Jesus watches me.
Yeah. Jesus is a pervert.
No way, you didn't see me. I was in the shower.
Yeah. I pulled that shower curtain closed. Jesus in there in the shower with you, boy.
Which whispers in the ear.
Jesus comes in and says,
Lord saves.
"You going to hell."
Wait, is it good, Steve?
It's empty.
Empty. What? Oh, no. My water bottle
Yeah,
it
no.
totally goes to me, and it's still got a little bit left in it.
What?
We're gonna
Wait,
get-
what?
But I have an issue.
Right.
This episode's been great. But I have an issue. There's one person here who has not said a fucking word. The Toker.
Damn it, Jimmy. Get your shit together.
No. Fuck that.
We have the beautiful Under Toker's girl.
Mm-hmm.
Her name is Toket. Because I'm generic as all shit.
The Undertaker.
He's vanilla.
She works in a very fun industry of selling sex toys,
Ooh.
which I find to be very erotic and exciting.
Do you now?
Absolutely. So, what kind of things do you sell on your store?
Dildos.
Just dildos?
I mean, more than that. That's only 20%. But, you know.
It's only 20%.
Wait, what
of
is
the
the other
product.
What's the other
percentage?
80?
I must know.
What's the other 80? Do tell.
I mean, there's like 50% Bath and Beauty, bondage, vibrators, massage.
These are neat things.
Like massage rolls and stuff like that?
No. Like anal beads and butt plugs.
Bin,
Oh, yeah, I know
Benoit
that.
balls.
Mm-hmm. Pocket pussy, complete with ass cheeks to slap.
No.
That was a really tight one, isn't it?
They even got lingerie, man.
Oh,
So,
it's like a tug of war, really.
It's like a lamp.
what's it like being
Yeah.
the
They do
significant
sell
other
the razors to shave.
of the Undertoker?
Convenient.
Mm-hmm.
These are great answers. I feel loved.
I feel the love.
So, I'll tell her how she feels,
Because that's what men do. We tell women how they feel all the time.
Absolutely. She doesn't want to answer, but she talks to me when nobody else is around. These are the things she tells me.
Mm-hmm.
Usually, no matter what I'm doing, I get told not to stop.
You're the man, Will.
We like movies. We go to the beach every now and again, and we like long walks in the park.
We like long walks
So
down short
generic.
piers.
These are the fun things we do.
These are the fun things we do.
Actually, one of the first things we did before we got together was to go to the beach, watch the sunset.
That's a long walk.
That's pretty cool. It's awesome having a pothead as a girlfriend.
Mm.
I heard there was a lot of fireworks.
Fireworks.
Like physically, like literally explosions. Some freaky shit you were gonna say. Talk
Whoa.
about.
There was a few like firecrackers. I don't want to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there
Now
was
I heard
fireworks.
she put a whole pack of firecrackers in your ass and lit them off like Steve-O.
I don't want
There was a string
Steve?
attached to your balls.
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay.
please.
Well,
He was a
you're the
knob,
one who
man.
brought this up, okay? You opened the door
I didn't bring
for
up the
this.
fireworks, man.
No, but you opened the door
I
for
thought it was in
the
a
fireworks.
safe place.
This is.
It is.
I was
And
in
so is the
love.
room that was containing the fireworks, but then you opened the door. And it is no longer safe.
It is wide
Well,
open, dude.
look, all I say is when the door opened and they went off, I went with the fireworks out the window.
Duh, because the string tied to your nuts and there was a lot of fireworks.
It went under my legs, front flipped me forward, bam, backdrop, out the window.
Damn, dude. That sounds rather comical.
Oh, wow.
You should have been there.
You paint a vivid picture, my friend. I gotta say.
Right.
So yes, that's our shenanigans.
Shenanery.
Toker,
Shit.
Oh, I
Oh,
couldn't swallow my drink. I couldn't resist.
everybody's
spit take.
had words now.
We've all had words.
We've all had words. Many of them have been kind. Many have not.
Mostly not.
Where are we at, Jimmy?
Almost an hour.
Man,
What's almost?
55.
55. We
5
could
minutes
come up
of
with 5
vamping.
more minutes of
We could
shit.
just vamp, make random noises, you know?
Bang bang. Bang bang. Yeah, dingus.
Woo! Good gas.
Gasp.
Yeah,
I don't know.
This was a very
Whoa,
good
don't try to
cast,
solve
you
the
know.
gas.
Could we just implement, can I do a segue into final thoughts?
Absolutely. We love Steve's final thoughts.
Do we love my final thoughts?
Absolutely. It's one
Yes.
of my favorites.
Do this.
Okay,
always a good way to
so
wrap it up.
final thoughts on the cast, guys. We've talked about some fun things here. James and AIDS, work-related stuff. Always got to talk about bullshit wedding things. The block party. Final thoughts, Undertoker.
We gotta say this week was a blast. I've done a lot of neat shit. Especially the other week too. Went to the block party, met a lot of cool people, a lot of nice things happened. We're back here doing a mega cast, bunch of returning guests. It's fucking awesome. Thank you, Steve.
And thank you for having me on.
Thank you, Stallion, Katie Cat. Thank you guys for always being there. Other than that, it's just another great time shooting the shit.
Nice, nice. Hippie, final thoughts?
I mean, all in all, it's been a great cast. Met a cool person. Went ice skating today. Doing a lot of cool shit.
Just skipped
And
over
back
the
here-
best content, I swear.
And coming back here, doing a cast with a bunch of great friends. You know, just shooting the shit. You know, having a good time and all.
It's alright.
Yes, it's
And
been...
it's been very solid. You know, talked about Dogfoot.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, it was great to have, an insider who knew about this.
Well, you know,
well, supposedly.
supposedly,
Insider.
allegedly. I don't confirm nor deny any of the things I've said today.
Your story sounded real enough. I would consider it Bob Lazar-esque. I would like more detail, but one day we'll have to have a sit down interview.
Okay, we'll do it. Enigma. What are your final thoughts? These are always interesting.
I don't fucking know. I've been losing my mind the entire fucking day. It was a lot of fun talking about Dongfoot. A lot of fun talking about the migrating trees, man. You know they migrate.
Once a year.
No.
Once a
seasonal.
year. Once a year. Deforestation is not real.
Oh,
Alright.
my.
Wow.
They migrate.
All right.
All right. Final thoughts, Stallion?
It's fun. Everybody knows about AIDS.
AIDS.
Yeah. Rock on.
AIDS, bro. Rock on. Good luck with that.
We'll start a Kickstarter for that soon. To help them.
Start GoFundMe maybe later on.
Please do. It's very expensive.
Good luck with the.
All those-
When you get the results, I hope.
Knock on wood.
Yeah.
It's the intro to Abnormally Random
I'm
Presents.
very interested. I'm very interested in this whole Dongfoot thing now.
Yeah, you've become a fan, huh?
Well,
a believer.
I would say more skeptical.
A skeptic is still someone who's right on board with the whole thing. I'm sorry.
If you argue,
You perpetuate the theory of
if
Dongfoot.
you accept
Well
it or
done, my
argue it,
friend.
you're just You're just fueling the fire.
Yeah. Your skepticism fuels the Dongfoot fire. Katie Cat, final thoughts?
Shit, I've been so fucking gone this whole episode. I don't even remember what happened.
I think she walked in gone.
Yes, dude. Like I've been like done.
Done.
Yeah, my anxiety and I love this stuff.
Well, I gotta say, the dry air of the shed, it always lightens the mood.
Yes.
Under Toket, final thoughts?
Dildos,
Nice.
right?
Dildos. Butt plugs.
Butt plugs, dildos, Benoit balls.
Numbing, warming anal lube.
Yes, I do have that. Except for it doesn't numb, because why would you want to like
Well,
not feel
well.
something like that?
Right. I feel like we can open up a whole segment now that you've started to.
Well,
open
look,
up.
Right? Like we can go real deep into this.
Like she
Total pun intended.
all I can say is, yes, she does have that.
Yes, of course.
E.T. extra testicle.
You sell the ETs, the extra testicle? Of course. I wish. Warden, final thoughts?
I don't even know anymore, man.
Well, I suppose my final thoughts are the dry air in here makes the night always amazing. I'm glad that we got to talk about the Elkman a little bit.
Yeah.
Dongfoot, of course. You can't go wrong with the Dongfoot topic. Jimmy's Midnight Toolbox, amazing.
That was a
great little bit. James, we're concerned. Our thoughts are with you, brother.
Yeah, I get them tomorrow.
Yeah, and it's been fun. You know,
Tree
it's been great.
Tree migration, man.
Yeah.
Not real.
True.
Guys, I've had a lot to say. I hope they do too. I've been the Undertoker.
I've been the hippie.
I've been the Enigma.
I'm Steve.
Tide Stallion.
Katie Cat. Warren.
Guys, don't forget, like, comment, share, subscribe.
Yes, Steve, where would you like everybody to go for you?
Oh, for me, guys, don't forget to search us on YouTube. Search Abnormally Random. You can also find us on Facebook and Instagram, facebook.com/abnormally random. Like, share, guys. Follow us in the community. We're trying to build up the Abnormal Nation.
Yes. Jimmy, where can we be found?
The
Yes.
Toker Weights on YouTube, the Toker Weights on Twitter, the Toker Weights on Tumblr, the Toker Weights on Twitch, good lord, Facebook.
Facebook.com/Tokerweights.
We have like 12 or 1,300 people on there.
Yeah. So, thank you guys.
It's been fun.
Absolutely.
And tomorrow's Survivor Series too.
Yes. So, good night, everybody.
Good night.
Toker weights off the air.
Boom.
Jesus Christ, Steve, you are a